Hi everyone, today we are going to do a two-part Revlon review. We're going to review the new colorstay foundation and concealer that they have, and we're going to review one of their new mascaras that just came out. When I went to go pick up the foundation, I was kind of surprised at the color selection. There really isn't great color selection, and they look super dark. This is the lightest color they have. This is ivory, and I was kind of like, I don't know if that's gonna work. I'll just buy it and we'll see it, and if it's a little dark, oh well, we'll figure it out. But when I got it home, I kind of swatched it, and I don't know if you guys can see, like where I swatched right there is a lot lighter. So I don't know if the top coat is like just a little bit orange, maybe it oxidized, and then you get onto the under layer and it's a lot lighter. So that was better because I think that will match my skin tone better. So the claims of this foundation are all day wear, flawless finish, and sweat resistant. And I am going to amusement park today, so that will be a good test on this foundation. Also, I have combo skin, mainly dry, but I am oily like right here and a little bit like on my chin. And then I'm dry all through here, all under my eyes, around my nose, and kind of going down like a crowbar mustache of dryness. It's kind of weird, but whatever. It comes with a cute little sponge, which I won't be using, but it's cute, and it has a mirror. Of course, it comes with a little concealer, and then you lift it up and you get this. I was also kind of surprised, the price point, this was $12.99, and it only has, the foundation has 0.38 ounces, and the concealer has 0.04 ounces. Which is a little on the pricey side because usually you get like at least 1 ounce in a foundation, a drugstore foundation. The other thing we're gonna review is one of their mascaras, and I was kind of curious about this one because this one has fibers in it. I know fiber mascaras can be a little bit, I don't know, kind of crazy looking for me, but I thought I would try a drugstore one. It says, high shine, black fiber formula provides amplified volume and length. 95% of women experienced rich, intense lashes. And I got blackest black, and I also got waterproof. I always get waterproof. So how it's gonna go is I'm gonna apply my foundation, and then off camera I'll apply all my makeup, and then on camera we'll apply the mascara. And then we'll check back throughout the day because a lot of the fiber mascaras also like have fallout, and I'm picky about waterproof because when I curl my eyelashes, I have long eyelashes and hooded eyes, so my eyelashes kind of brush up on my eyebrow bone. And if it rubs off, I'm not really a fan of that. So let's get in with the foundation and concealer. I don't know if I want to use a brush or a beauty blender. It's really wet. Like it almost feels oily. Like it's really slick. I think I'm just gonna use a brush and we'll see how it applies. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see how it applies better. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of swirl my brush around in the, oh gosh, that's a lot. Kind of rub it all over since I got so much. Ugh. Oh no, now I feel like it's too light when I'm putting it on my skin. And it looked darker in the compact and I was scared, but now I'm wondering if it's too light. It feels very silky. Like very silky. And this might be too light for me. Oh well, we'll darken it up with some bronzer. Or maybe it will oxidize since maybe that's why it was yellow or orange looking in the pan. Okay, so that is all I'm gonna put on because I feel like that was a fairly thick coat. Okay, I am also not going to set it because I want to see how it does on its own. We're gonna let that set and we're gonna put the concealer on, and then I'll zoom you guys all the way in so you can really get a good view. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of a different concealer right here. I get really blue right here, so I'm gonna put just my normal peachy tone concealer right there because I won't be putting this one because it's not a peachy tone. And then I'll put this one over top. Okay, and I'm gonna apply the concealer with my finger because that's what I usually do. I'm just gonna roll my finger around. Ooh, this one also feels quite oily. They did it a shade lighter, maybe 2 shades lighter, which is nice because I mean it's nice for like under the eyes because you want to brighten. But if you're like concealing, you know, acne or dark spots, like if I had one down here, would I really want the lighter concealer? So I really think that this concealer is maybe just for the under eye area. I wouldn't really use it anywhere that you don't want a little bit highlighted. So maybe we'll just do a little highlighting on my nose. And we'll do a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Now, my under eyes suck. So I have wrinkles, so I have to worry about creasing. And so with creasing, you would set your under eye area to prevent creasing. Well, my problem with that is I also have extremely dry under eyes. So if I put a powder under my eyes, it just looks like, you know how there's like those pictures of like the desert and like it was muddy at one point and then it dried so it's all crackly? That's how my under eye looks if I put powder. So I kind of have to find concealers that work well with my under eyes because they're crazy and they're difficult. Now I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can see up close how it looks on the skin, and then we'll finish the makeup and then we'll do the mascara. Okay, so here is it up close and personal. We're gonna try and blend in that concealer a little more. I'm already having it crease into my wrinkles and they're not even that bad. I've never had a foundation crease like that. I'm already not really liking this foundation, but we're gonna give it a second chance. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and see if we can pick up, maybe there was just too much because I did have quite a bit on my brush. All right, so I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender and just see if maybe it'll pick up. Maybe I had too much product on. And we'll pick it all back up. That's the thing I love about the beauty blender, is it puts on what's necessary and picks the rest back up into the sponge. This is a very silky finish, like very silky, very slick feeling, but also kind of powdery feeling. I don't know, it's kind of a different foundation. Yeah, I think that did better. I think it picked up a lot of the foundation that was extra that I did not need, because now there's none in my wrinkles. I would say that this is probably medium coverage. I'm sure you could build it up. Anyway, so we will check back after I've applied all my makeup, and I'm not gonna set it, so we're gonna see how bronzer and blush apply on it, and then we'll do the mascara, and then we'll check in on both throughout the day. All right, I'm back. I have the rest of my makeup on. I will say, I actually had to set my set it with powder. I did set it with powder. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I honestly couldn't. Like, even now, if I touch my face, it just rubs off onto my finger. Like, it is not setting at all on its own. And like, I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to put on bronzer and blush and stuff on my face without the foundation moving around. It is setting into my fine lines, and the concealer was as well, and so I did set it, which I don't normally do, but just to be clear, I did set this foundation because I didn't want it rubbing off every time, you know, I touched my face. I mean, the finish is nice. It just feels weird. It feels greasy, like it's just greasy. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the mascara. It comes in this. I love the color too. I don't think I'm gonna put this on my bottom just because, I don't know, fibers on my bottom doesn't really sound like something I wanna do. You can definitely see that there's fibers. Let me see if I can. Do you see off the tip, there's like fibers coming off of it? Also, it's square. The brush is square. Square brush designed to anchor formula to lashes for intense volume and length. Not a lot of product is. It's not a very wet formula. I don't really see much of anything happening. I don't see any fibers either. Okay, so I guess that's coat one. It is pretty. It's very natural, which is surprising because most fiber lashes, that's definitely not something you could say is that it's natural. I don't really see the fibers. All right, we're gonna go in for coat two. honestly, not a lot of product is coming off. And it's supposed to be like intense volume and length, and I'm just not feeling it. Maybe it needs like 30 coats to get there. Maybe it starts off natural. What coat are we on, guys? Like 3, 4? Okay, it's building nice. Alright, well, I think that was like 5 coats. Buildable. You have to be careful though, because the fibers can make it look chunky. I guess we'll check in throughout the day. Here's what I want to know is like, see how when I, look normal or look up, or I want to know if it'll transfer. So we will get back on that. Alright guys, I'll check in throughout the day to see how the foundation wears and how the mascara wears. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Alright guys, I'm back. It is now 8:15, and I don't think I said this, but when I put my makeup on, it was 12, so it's been 8 hours and 15 minutes. So I really got a good day's use out of the mascara and foundation. My hair's going crazy. Okay, so honestly, the way that this foundation feels, I just don't like it. I mean, even now, if I touch where I have foundation, it's on my fingertips. Like, it doesn't set. I don't know why. It's kind of crazy. It doesn't set at all. And it creased into my fine lines and my very fine lines in my wrinkles. In my fine lines in my wrinkles. Fine lines in my forehead. It just barely creased into them. Let's see, the concealer, I mean, it did okay. There's definitely some creasing, which even the high-end concealers have creasing. It's not dry. I'm not overly greasy though. Like, I'll get oily right here. I don't feel like I'm overly oily. I'm not dry. I also don't like that it's not transfer proof, because I went to the amusement park today and then I went to a birthday party. So if you're hugging people, you don't want to be like, ugh, let me hug you like this, because my foundation might rub all over you. I would not say all day wear. It has worn off on my chin, around my nose, kind of like along here. And then my bronzer and blush and everything has pretty much worn off, not all the way. I think it was okay. I mean, I didn't think it was amazing, to be honest. I just didn't like the feel of it, and I didn't like how it really settled. So it settled into fine lines, and it was so greasy, so much so that I wore a powder, which I never wear a powder on my face because I have really dry skin. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can see the foundation, and then we'll talk about the mascara. So I don't know if you can see, but you can see the creasing, which is fine, kind of in my fine lines right here. You can tell that the concealer did not really conceal. I mean, I don't have like super dark circles, but you can tell, I mean, you can still see the blue. So I wouldn't say this is all day wear. When I initially put it on, it was okay, but now it's not. You can kind of see right here how the bronzer was there, and it looks a little muddy and splotchy. You can see stuff coming through. You can see, the redness around my nose, the veins on my, and when I put this on, I put on a pretty thick layer, so completely worn off my chin. Again, the bronzer and blush, I don't even really think it's still there. The highlight's there a little bit, but again, you can see things peeking through. Completely wore off around my nose. And then my forehead, see how I have really fine lines? I don't know if you can see it, completely settled into those fine lines. And even throughout the day, I was kind of, pressing just to like get rid of it, because it was so much had settled into them. So that's a close-up look. Okay, so as far as this foundation goes, I think for me personally, I won't be wearing it again just because I really didn't like that greasy, slick feel on my face. And I don't like that when you touch your face throughout the day, it still is rubbing off all the time. Like, it comes off and it doesn't set for some reason. So for me, I don't like it. Okay, so on to the mascara, the Revlon Volume and Length Magnified Mascara, this one with the blue cap. Nice thing is I've had no transfer, none whatsoever, and I was out in the sun and everything, so, and my eyelashes stayed curled. The reason why I wear waterproof is because my eyelashes are like poker straight. I curl them and then I put waterproof on so that they will stay curled all day long. That's the only way mine will stay curled, is waterproof. And they have stayed curled, so I actually really like this mascara because I kind of like that the first couple of coats, it's very natural and very pretty, but if you want to like build it up so you got some volume, just put on a couple more. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, go try this. I thought it was great. I hope that you liked this review slash first impression. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And as always, if there's anything that you guys are interested in or have been looking at or you think is just like super hyped up, put it down below and I'd be glad to try it out for you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.